Hi, Gone Jeepin' fans. I'm Rick Péwé, and we have another special find for you today. You know me, I love flat fenders, and I always find them in the most strangest, out-of-the-way areas. This time, we're up in the mountains in Arizona. I'm not going to tell you exactly where, but that's to protect the identities, right? So I'm here with my friend Wyatt Schultz. Wyatt has found this Jeep, and he found it about 4 years ago. He was like 16 at the time. Always wondering who owned it, knocking on the door next door of an abandoned house. But finally, just by happenstance, the barn that it was stored in was getting torn down today. They found out. Wyatt and his dad saved it from the barn demolition and pulled it out. And this is what it is. It's, well, what do you think it is?
Well, at first, I really didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was an old Ford, if it was a Willys.
But you knew it was a flat fender.
And I knew it was a flat fender, and that's what caught my eye, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's had a hard life. There's no two ways about it. But the first thing to tell you it's a World War II Jeep is this grill. 9 slats. Okay, fine. They put some marker lights in the slats. But still, 9 slats with the headlight behind the grill. That's the original, semi-original World War II grill. It's the standard World War II grill. There's a few odd variations, but for the most part, that's it. And you saw that.
Yeah.
And the flat fenders and the windshield, and well, probably a Ford or a Willys Jeep.
Yeah.
The difference is this is a civilian CJ2A windshield because it says Willys. But it's a real nice example. It fits. It's that much taller than a World War II Jeep, so that's a cool thing. What did you think about this thing on the hood, though?
So when I first saw that, I was like, there can't be a stock engine in here. And then I was like looking around, and then I noticed the radiator is just a little bit different than what was in there.
Yeah, it's a little bit wider, a little bit taller.
Yeah, and then you could see the cool, awesome exhaust on the sides. I was like,
yeah,
maybe that's stock, maybe.
Yeah, except for the fact that the exhaust is on both sides.
Both sides.
So anyone knows that there's nothing wrong with repowering an old Jeep, but this one is special. Ready? That, my friend, is a small block Ford, like a 289, 302. They used them all through the 60s and 70s. Same basic engine as a 5.0, which is 302. So yeah, it's a Ford engine. What's cool is that it has a giant generator on it that looks factory. So that tells me it's, a while ago when they used generators rather than an alternator. But we have no idea, right?
Yeah.
Owner hasn't told you anything about it?
No history.
No history. Standard 2100 2-barrel. The fan turns, but we haven't been able to turn it with the crank. So, and there's regular rat stuff. But here's what's cool. Oh, check this out. If I can pull it out. Still got some oil in it. Tastes pretty good, too. So, we have no idea if this open, whatever piece this is, allowed water inside the carb or the engine. But there are leaves and everything, so we're not going to crack the throttle and find out, that's for sure. So obviously the flathead Ford's gone. It's got a completely different motor, and it has a T90 adapted, which is a later transmission, like a 46 to mid-60s. So again, it's not original, but it has lots of original coolness, like the headlights that pivot up. Is that cool? So they can actually use these at night to shine the light into the engine bay. They were made this way. That was Ford's design. Ford's contribution. And then, of course, your little wing nut. Well, it should go over. But not this time. So, overall, it's seen a hard life. If you look at this front bumper, it's got this monstrous PTO winch, which might work.
A Braden winch.
It is a Braden winch, yep. And most people reinforce the bumpers, put on tow bar brackets, added monster winches, and unfortunately, the front frame horns just aren't strong enough. So where the serial number is,
Yeah.
you got plates on it. That's never going to be seen. All right, so here's another cool thing on this Jeep. Could you turn the steering wheel on this? We're going to look at the inside. If you can see, that hose isn't stock, but neither is this backing plate and this anchor pin up here. This tells you these are like 59, 60 Mercury brakes. These things are 11 inches by, I think, 2 1/4. Stop so much better than on a factory vehicle. But I don't think you're going to have to worry about that for a while. So, say, if you get this, get it running, what's your plans?
It'd just be a sweet little Jeep to take up on these hills, out hunting.
Yeah, because I mean, this is
Arizona.
Arizona.
There's a trail right over there.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's a lot of cool places.
I think you can get rid of the seat.
Yeah.
But some cool parts. Check that high lift jacket. That alone is a find. That's not too old, but it's about 50 years old. Too bad they welded this part on it, but you can't have everything. So let's look at the front. Here's the dash. It's a standard World War II dash. And your first thought?
Well, when I rolled up on it and I was like, oh, let's see, what's original, what's not. And I immediately saw this cutout for this radio. And I know they had placards and, glove boxes. When I saw that, I was like, something's not normal here. So, and then you got the nice pedals and stuff.
Yeah, swinging pedals instead of going through the floor. So that's not stock.
So I don't know. I was kind of bummed out, but then also I'm like, but man, this is a military body, and I always am a fan of World War II. I like the history and stuff. So I was like, but still it held something special to me. So.
Oh, definitely. Well, this is a specialty. There's no two ways about it. It'll be cool if you do something with it. I would say they had a gas tank here, and this is a power fuel hose, because everybody needs braided stainless. Absolutely. So take a look at the transmission tunnel. You notice the 2 sticks on the right. That's for your transfer case, just like normal. And then, of course, your center transmission, 3-speed. But that funny little lever in the back, yeah, that's for your power takeoff for the winch. So pull up and it engages, push down, disengages. I think you might want to get rid of this.
Yeah.
But look at that steering wheel. That steering wheel is mint.
Yeah, when I saw this, I'm like, this definitely is a nice holder steering wheel.
Yeah, that'll shine up real nice. It's olive drab plastic. So once you start wearing it with your hands, it'll just come back. Your hands will be kind of cruddy and green, but what are you gonna do? So you also look on the back of the windshield frame, those brackets with the wing nuts. Yeah, that's for the soft top on a CJ2A.
Oh, okay.
And then the little arm things, point to those. Yeah, that's so you can push the windshield out. So it's a ventilated windshield. So overall, this is a nice Jeep that hasn't been abused too much. Again, I don't think you're going to want to drive it to Moab tomorrow.
No.
But boy, being a World War II Jeep, here's another tidbit you may not know, but this dimension here on a civilian Jeep is about 2 inches narrower.
Oh, okay.
And that was because, of course,
the toolbox.
So if you have a World War II seat, it's narrower than every Jeep after that.
Oh.
If it had a rear seat. Also, this has the Dana 25 rear axle. You can see over here, it's a full float. So that's another sure sign of a military Jeep. And one other thing, this is a round reflector. So that's earlier than the oval ones, which now they're both round, so that's kind of cool. So congrats on finding this. This is cool.
Yeah, I was excited.
That is exciting. So if you do get it, fix it, take some pictures.
I will.
I'll come back and we'll do another Gone Jeeping.
Sweet. Awesome.
Cool. Thanks again, Rod.
Hey, thank you.
You bet. So, one more Jeep into the history books. We'll see what happens to it next time. I'm Rick Péwé for Gone Jeeping. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.